What's up, everybody? Working on GSD vlogs here, and we got it'll be 17 months in a couple days on September 16th. So we got 16-month-old Sonic Z TAMMIK. I haven't did a video in a while, so I figured let me do a video. Haven't did a little vlog in a while. Right now we're just playing 2-ball, so we're gonna play 2-ball and make him fetch as we just talk about random stuff. Mainly what we usually talk about, like the stuff that's going on in his life. Relax. Good. Drop. Boy. Relax. Go. So, what we usually talk about in these vlogs, like I said, it's been a minute since I did one. So, relax. Drop. Go. He's been coming along pretty well in his training. Right now, we've been focusing a lot on tracking and focusing a lot on, and as far as training for random viewers that's watching this channel, he has a separate channel where I vlog his training videos at. But we do shush and training, IGP style training for those who are unaware of what shush and training is. It's a dog sport that you mainly see people have. Well, mainly people use Belgian Malinois and working line German Shepherds. Occasionally you'll see some Cane Corsos and a lot of Dobermans and some Rottweilers. But you know, if you really want to get far in the sport, you probably should go for a German Shepherd or a Belgian Malinois. You know, not that I'm an experienced, you know, sport person or shushing person or experienced working dog owner, because I'm not. This is my first working line dog. But so anyways, back to what I was saying. And obviously he's pretty winded because we're playing fetch right now. So back to what I was saying, he's been doing pretty good and stuff like that. We've been focusing a lot on tracking, focusing a lot on hilling. We're just about to get to the part where we're adding articles to his track. We just had to make sure that he was checking all his footsteps and stuff like that, which he definitely has. Can I have one of those? Can I have one? Ooh, ooh. Ooh, good boy. Good. So, as far, like I said, we've been focusing on tracking and hilling, and as far as his hilling go, his hilling has been, I was looking at a message, but as far as his hilling go, right now we're still kind of using the ball as a guide, you know, because if you are familiar with shushing sports type of hilling, you know, after you start off using food when the dog is a puppy, or not even when the dog is a puppy, you just start off using food. Then you transition over to a ball. Of course, you want to build ball drive and stuff like that. And from there, the ball goes up under the armpit, that's an entirely, you know, thing that you have to train in itself. And from there, you fade the ball entirely, or you put it right on top of the shoulder. You use magnets and stuff like that. So we're not there yet. We're still using the ball, and we're using our hilling stick just to keep him back. And, you know, we're trying to keep his focus on me as we're doing our hilling routines. So, my trainer really suggested that we break. Relax. 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 Go. My trainer suggested that we break basic obedience. I'm a little distracted because I'm playing fetch with him. But my trainer suggested that we break basic obedience and healing up into 2 parts, mainly because he's seen just a couple minor mistakes that he was doing, that we were doing, because of course I'm training him, you know. Well, my shushing trainer is training the both of us, or showing me how to train him, but of course he's not with me every day. So he's seen a couple, you know, bad mistakes in our exercises, our foosing exercises. So he had us break basic position and hilling up into 2 parts going forward, and then of course it'll all tie together when we actually start trialing and stuff like that. So for basic position, we've just been working on keeping his focus on me at all times, and my trainer suggested that we do a lot of more basic position in public places, because of course when we trial these dogs in the future, when you trial any working dog and you go to any competition, it's going to be people around, there's going to be other dogs around it, and they have to see that picture early on. So we've been in basic position, we've been working on having his focus mainly on me, and then for actual foosing, like the actual hilling in motion, we've been working on using the hilling stick to keep him from forging, and also tapping at his lower jaw a little bit, just to keep his head up. Drop, drop, go. Good boy. So in terms of protection, he's still learning that. You know, some people, which I've mentioned before, some people work on a lot of focus and stuff like that, a lot of focus and obedience and tracking with these dogs, and they let the dog mature a little bit and then they start working protection. So that's mainly what I did with him. I wanted to focus on our bond and focus on engagement, and then worked a little bit of protection. Well, then started working protection full on when he got older. Not that he's an old dog. I mean, he's still a puppy. 16 months old is definitely still a puppy. So he still has a lot to learn, and he still has a lot to learn as far as the protection phase go. We're working on him being a little bit drop. Relax, drop. Go. We're working on him being a little bit more possessive over the sleeve, and we're working on his grips. I will say that his grips have greatly improved. If you want to, I don't make these videos, and I say these because I have a channel, as I mentioned, that, I vlog his shushing work. But I don't make these videos on these channels to gain subscribers. If I do get subscribers, I do get them. But for those that do want to follow this dog, or for those that come across these videos and you like what you see, and you come across these vlogging videos on this channel, and you want to see the working videos of him on the other channel, that channel is called Lee, L-E-E, Shushing Canine Training. So going back to his grips, I'm going to be posting a video of some bite work that we done with him yesterday, which was September 4th. And you guys will see what I mean as far as his grips has improved, but I also want to see his possessiveness over the sleeve improve as well. Because he's too comfortable with the sleeve. He's too comfortable with not possessing the sleeve, and you want him to possess it. Not all dogs will have the same traits. It's not like a factory where you're shipping out the same product constantly and stuff like that. Every dog is going to have different things to them. So I'm gonna go over here. Let's let son come up. Good boy. So it's all about how you work with these dogs and how you train them and how you build them up, and that's just been our focus with this puppy right here. And as I mentioned, I still say puppy because he's definitely still a puppy. So we've just been focusing on building him up and training him, and so it's definitely been a process. And as far as him in the house, I've spoken this channel plenty times before. Impulse control is something we worked with him when he was a young dog. So days where we don't work, because we don't work all the time, he just chills in the house, and we work a few things in the house, or we just chill out in the house. So I think I got pretty lucky in that aspect as far as having a nice working dog with a good temperament, a good off switch that knows how to chill out in the house. So let me see, because I don't do these vlogs a lot. So when I do these videos, I try to mention what's new in his life. Dog sport and working dogs like, German Shepherds and Malinois, Dobies and Rottweilers, they do dog sport. So of course they're like athletes. Here, boy. So you have to condition these dogs. And I say all that to say we're going to be working a lot of conditioning with him going forward in the future. A lot of rope games after training sessions. And when I say rope games, I mean like the 2-ball game that you guys see me doing a couple times in this video. I'm going to be doing some treadmilling with him going forward in the future. And I'm going to be doing some jogging with him. This is just it's not everyday things, because I'm not trying to wear the dog out, especially since this is still a growing puppy. He's not even, maybe height-wise he might be done, but he's not even, he hasn't come into his full weight and body structure yet. So, but as he's growing and maturing, obviously, you want the dog to mature right with the proper conditioning and proper protein and stuff like that. So, even if you, just speaking of, body structure, even if you look at his body, you can still see that he has that puppy type structure. So as he comes more and more into adulthood, I'm going to be putting some more mass on him and just going to be working him and making sure I'm conditioning him, because that's really, really important for these working dogs. And right now that's really important for him because he does gases out pretty quickly, especially in protection. And I want him to last longer because, of course, in the trial, a trial is a trial. So, if the dog gasses out and he's done, that's probably a DQ. But, for me, it's even bigger than that. I just want him to be in shape regardless of, we're doing sport or not, I got an active dog, so, of course, I want him to be in shape. So anyways, with all that being said, we are going to get ready to end this video. This was just a quick vlog because we haven't posted nothing in a while. And see if I can get him to do a spin. Spin. Good boy. And we'll catch you guys later.